If I had to credit one habit that helped make healthy eating feel easier, it was not counting calories or tracking my protein. It was simply focusing on the quality of the ingredients that I was using. So instead of trying to completely overhaul or change all of the foods that I loved, I simply began to level up the quality of the ingredients I used to make them. So white flour became white whole wheat flour. Sour cream became Greek yogurt. White refined sugar became maple syrup or coconut sugar. And this Greek yogurt banana bread is the perfect example of exactly what I'm talking about. It's everything you love about a classic banana bread. It's soft, it's moist, it's tender, it's perfectly sweet. But I'm gonna show you how to make it using some simple ingredient upgrades. So the first thing I do is preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm gonna grab a classic loaf pan and line it with some parchment paper. Now, the easiest way to do this is to lay your loaf pan on top of your parchment paper, and then you're just gonna cut out the corners like this. So you're gonna one direction, come back, pop those little squares out. Once you've done all four corners, what I like to do is just spray down my loaf pan with a little bit of cooking spray, and then I lay the parchment paper on top of that. The cooking spray helps to keep the parchment paper in place, and this is gonna make it very easy to take your loaf out of the pan. By the way, if you have any high edges like I have here, just make sure you trim them down a bit. Then I'm gonna grab a nice big bowl, and I love this recipe because it's a one bowl dump and stir, very simple recipe, my favorite type of baking. And we're gonna start with browned bananas. Now, the riper your banana, the better, because the riper the banana, the browner the banana, the sweeter the banana, which is going to allow us not to need a lot of excess sugar outside of the sweetness of these bananas. So you're gonna want 2 to 3 ripe bananas like I have here. Ultimately, once those bananas are mashed up, if you like precision, you want about 300 grams of mashed banana. To me, this is the perfect texture without weighing down the bread or making it feel too gummy. Then once I have the bananas broken down, I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of melted butter. This could also be melted coconut oil if you don't do butter, both work. And then I have a half a cup of unsweetened Greek yogurt. Now, I am using a low-fat Greek yogurt, but I have tested this recipe with the non-fat and full fat, and they all work perfectly well. The beauty of the Greek yogurt is it's gonna add some moisture to this banana bread without having to add a lot of extra fat. Now, this is by no means a high-protein banana bread, but as far as I'm concerned, every little bit counts. But if you are on the search for a high-protein banana bread, I have a delicious recipe for that as well, which I will link for you down in the description box below. Then in go 2 whole eggs, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and then just 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. Now, I love coconut sugar for 2 reasons. It's a slight upgrade from a white refined sugar in the sense that it does offer some trace minerals that you're not gonna get in a refined white sugar. But honestly, it's the flavor that I really love here because it has this like mild caramel flavor that pairs perfectly with bananas. And as you can see, we do not need a lot of it because we're getting so much sweetness from those brown bananas. So then I'm gonna mix this all together. We just wanna get all of our wet ingredients plus that sugar well combined. And then we're moving on to our dry ingredients, starting with 1.5 cups of white whole wheat flour. Now, this is an easy upgrade from refined white flour because white whole wheat flour is 100% a whole grain. The only difference is that it's from a lighter wheat berry. So it's softer, it's lighter, it bakes more tender than a traditional whole wheat flour. So this is a really easy way to still get the fiber and still get the nutrients that you get from a whole grain while still having that nice, light, tender texture of a traditional white flour. Then in goes 1 teaspoon of warm and cozy cinnamon, and then I have a teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder, along with a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Again, I'm gonna mix this all together. You do not wanna overmix, so you're just mixing until you have a nice batter and you can see that all of the ingredients are worked together. And then what I really like to do to level up that banana flavor is I take 1 extra banana and I just chop it into little bits like this, and then I sprinkle that into the batter and gently fold that in as well. What I find is if I mash this banana and add it with the mashed bananas, it makes the bread too heavy, like too gummy. But if I add it in like little bits, you end up with these little warm bits of banana throughout your banana bread, and it is absolutely delicious. Now, at this point, if you wanted to, you could also add some extra stir-ins. You could do 1/3 to 1/2 cup of chopped up walnuts, some pecans. If you love chocolate chips, this would be the time. But today I'm just gonna keep it to a simple, classic banana bread. Then from here, I'm just gonna transfer the batter into the prepared loaf pan. You just want to scrape down the sides of the bowl and then just even it out in the pan. And then this is going into the oven anywhere between 50 to 60 minutes, depending on your oven. But what I always do is I set my timer for 30 minutes because at the 30-minute mark, I just open the oven and lay a piece of foil over the top of the banana bread. This just makes sure that the top doesn't get too brown while it cooks through the center. And you're gonna know that your banana bread is ready to go because number one, your kitchen is going to smell amazing. This is one of the best indicators that any baked good is just about ready to go. It's like right about the point when you feel like you wanna like take a bite out of the kitchen because it smells so good. And then of course, you're gonna see that it looks like it's set through, lightly browned over the top. And if you were to pop a toothpick into the center, it should come out clean. Then once the banana bread has cooled down to room temperature, or at least cool enough to handle, you'll see it comes out of the loaf pan so easily thanks to that parchment paper, and then you can just slice and enjoy. This banana bread, it's moist, it's tender, and it has those delicious little banana bits in every bite. It is so good. And this recipe is the perfect example that healthy eating does not need to mean giving up all of your favorite foods. Making some simple ingredient upgrades allows you to enjoy all of your favorites while nourishing your body and staying aligned with your goals. Although now I'm a little bit curious, what's your favorite mix-in if you're making banana bread? Do you like a nut? Do you like a chocolate chip? Inquiring minds want to know. So come on down to the comment section below and do share. And if you're looking for more easy, healthy, delicious recipes just like this, you may want to check this video out next. Cheers!